Hey guys, this is Substitute Topher, and today, thanks to our friends at Kouth and Mayer, we are driving the Wraith Interceptor. I'm here with the owner, Jay.
Hey, how's it going?
And he has kind of created this based off of the movie car from The Wraith, a 1986 film starring Charlie Sheen. And this was kind of a big influence on you as a child and kind of got you into cars.
Yeah, so I grew up in Arkansas. I rented this on VHS when I was 5 years old. My brother actually dated the manager of the local video store. I got the movie and I got a lot of late fees because I didn't want to return the film. This car, and I think for many others my age and teenagers in the 80s, and even now kids that see this car, it just really gravitates toward you when you see it. It's got a timeless design. So at that age in the 80s when I saw this, I fell in love with this car. I dreamed about it for years. And later on in life, in my 20s, I started searching for this car. And unfortunately, Dodge Chrysler, they didn't ever produce this car.
This is based off of the Dodge M4S, which was a concept car that they did in the 80s.
For the PPG IndyCar World Series, this was a pace car for a couple years. Then, after that, it was used in the movie The Wraith with Charlie Sheen and a lot of other really cool actors. And then now it's a cult classic movie with a worldwide following.
Amazing. Yeah, so I just watched the movie last night because I knew I was coming to drive this today, so I wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about.
Are you a fan?
I loved it. I thought it was a great movie. Yeah, I think anyone that is a fan of 80s movies, it's definitely one that they should have on their list to check out.
Most definitely.
So this particular car you built on the platform of a 986 Porsche Boxster S.
Yeah, so just starting out, the first Interceptor we built, for budget purposes, a Boxster. It's mid-engine. Porsche is synonymous for racing, handling, everything about it. It just made sense. When you build it on the Porsche, it's the perfect platform if you're wanting to use a donor car. So yeah, we just stretched the Porsche 4 inches right in front of the firewall.
Okay.
That made it the same wheelbase as the Wraith, which is a 100.3 wheelbase. Yeah, and the car has AC, heat, has a wiper.
So it's fully functional as
Parts
a driver.
are readily available.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
you have a Cayman S, right?
I do. Yeah. So should feel pretty similar. Cool. All right. Well, I think we should open this thing up and show off, because I mean, this is a fully functional. Of course, you know, the hood opens, the doors open.
Yep.
The doors go up here.
So right here we used a shaved handle from Aston Martin, and it lights up at night. It looks really cool in my videos. So I have that on a popper that just pops up like that. We have the Lamborghini hinges. So I picked out some really awesome seats here, diamond stitching. Those are Audi R8 seats. There's even a compartment down here if you want to put anything
Nice.
in there. And I even did a custom Chrysler logo on the headrest.
Very cool. And on the steering wheel.
Yeah. We 3D printed that as well. This door pops. And just like the pace car, Topher, if you push in on this, this was original to the pace car.
Okay.
It works off magnets.
Okay.
So you can go through the drive-thru.
Yeah.
Get an order. I just open the door.
Yeah.
And then talk for a few minutes. Everybody always wants to talk about the car, but that works
Right.
on magnets. Stick your arm out, get a little air. So right here, Topher, there's a button right here that releases the front. And this works on an alligator hinge. It hinges forward and then goes up.
Oh, I see. It's like an old BMW.
So this is the front trunk. The front.
The frunk. Okay.
And I have a speaker that goes in here called a Glidsphere.
Okay.
They go in Teslas. And me and the CEO of Glidsphere replicated all the car sounds from the movie.
Oh, all right.
So it works off your phone. When you accelerate and decelerate, it replicates that sound. if a lot of the fans, if you ask them, they love the sound of the movie car.
Right.
From
Yeah,
the
it's
movie.
definitely a unique sound. Yeah.
So unfortunately, I didn't bring it today, but
That's okay, but that's where it lives when you do have it. Cool.
yeah, and it sounds really awesome. A lot of people say the Wraith sounds like the new EV Charger.
I was gonna say, and that's fitting because it is based off of a Dodge. But watching the movie last night, they were definitely trying to get some sort of like an EV fusion, like futuristic sound coming from this car. And the scene where they actually pop this open and you see what's powering the car, it's like a, I don't even know how to explain it. If there's some sort of
Hey,
something
if
they
you
were
try
going
to run, we'll zap your electrical system with
Exactly.
a digital radio killer. Packard, get a load of this. Put it on. We'll talk later. Let's
Yep.
get this car. You know,
Yep.
this is a famous scene from the movie when Rughead sees the alien prop engine. The guy that actually built the prop engine for the movie car, he's still alive.
for. Okay.
I'm assuming he has it in his collection, the original prop engine. This is something I drew up on a
Yeah.
piece of paper one day. And this is what I came up with to create a visual alien engine. And if you watch my videos at nighttime, this looks
Yeah.
so sick.
And we'll link your channel down below so they can go and check out. If you want to see more about this car, you can go and look at Jay's
up
channel.
MWI Supercar.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, this looks pretty accurate to what it was, and especially lighting up. I remember there being lots of red.
I'm going to
So-
show it to you.
Okay.
There's a button
Oh,
right
great.
here. Just hit that.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
Yep. We got
So the middle lights up.
the little Tesla plasma lights. Looks
Okay.
like the engine's electrified.
Yeah.
And if you look down in here, it's infinite.
Okay.
He's-
Yeah, I can see that. Sweet.
And there's multiple scenes in the movie where the car shoots up into the sky when it's
Yeah.
running from the cops. So
Yeah,
It's almost like a star car.
exactly.
Topher, did you see this, the headliner?
I did not.
When you turn the lights on, I did the kind of like the Rolls-Royce Wraith,
Yeah,
the stars, but I just thought it was fitting
it's very fitting.
for the Wraith car.
Exactly.
So we did the
yeah.
fiber optic
Yeah.
stars.
Man, this is just so cool. Here, get a view of it with
gonna-
everything open.
I want you to see it from this angle.
Okay.
Come right over here.
Okay.
When you look at the car right here, I call it a bug in slow motion. It looks like, you know, the slow motion videos?
Yeah, like it's
When
taken
you-
off.
When you see the wings. It's just crazy.
It is. It is a wild looking thing. And it's a good size. It's not like it's a massive, because I mean, it's based on a Boxster, so it's not like it's this huge, impossible car. And I think that's...
And this car, our next one, we're thinking about doing a mid-engine Hellcat. The original pace car was a twin-turbo 4-cylinder 2.2.
That's right.
Very similar to the Consuliere GTP car by Mosler.
Okay.
Very similar to that engine, but it had a Cosworth head and 2 twin-turbo Garrett turbochargers. We can do that option, but we would use a Dodge Neon SRT4
Okay.
2.4 in this
Oh, that would
car.
make sense, right.
We could do that. I have a friend that does EV conversions.
Okay.
So we could make an electric Wraith.
An electric one, and then you could have the propulsion sound just always be the movie car sound. That'd
Exactly.
be sweet. Yeah.
It can be done.
Sweet.
This can also be built with the V10 or V12 as well.
Amazing. Okay, well, let's get it closed up and take it for a short drive.
Okay.
And talk about what this thing is like on the road. So I've driven regular Boxsters before, but I've never driven, of course, have never driven the Interceptor. So I'm super excited. I was thinking yesterday, the back of this car and the way that it comes around and works into this spoiler, if you will,
Yep.
kind of reminds me of the Jaguar XJ220.
And see, Jaguar XJ220, the original designer of this car, Bob Ackerman, I spoke with him.
Okay.
He said when this car was developed, the Jaguar guys came in and looked at it.
Ah, that all makes sense now.
The Jaguar XJ220 came out after
It
the
did.
Wraith. So the Bugatti EB110,
Yes.
the Jaguar XJ220, and then also a company, Spice Engineering, were influenced by this car.
Yeah, that makes sense because there are a lot of design cues of this that you see in higher end sports cars and supercars of the late 80s, early 90s, and
Thank you, Bob
totally
Ackerman.
makes sense. Thank you, Bob Ackerman.
And then Gene Winfield built all the movie car bodies with the Chrysler molds for the movie The Wraith.
That's right. So how many cars did they make for the movie, or how many shells?
6 shells for the explosions, and then 2 drivable movie cars for all the race scenes.
Okay.
And then any of the scenes with the Chrysler logo.
Yeah, which we can see on the front here.
That was the actual pace car that they brought down from Detroit, and they just wanted to make sure nothing happened to the $1.5 million pace car.
That's right. Okay, so there was an actual Dodge pace car
And it was
used in the
this
movie.
color.
I know you have certain ways to get into this car, and of course we don't want to scuff the sill here, but how do you get in? Do you go butt
I'm a
first?
pretty big guy, Topher. So all you do is stick your hand in, right foot,
you go
just slide right in.
Okay.
So if I can get in here, and I'm 6'1",
Okay. I'm 5'11", so I'm a little shorter.
so not a problem at all.
Yeah, cool. So you just go right foot in,
Head down,
head
slide
down, slide in. Okay.
in. How's it feel?
There we go. Feels great. It's very, like, I was reading drag coefficient is like 0.23. Yeah,
It's one of the
something like that.
lowest coefficients for a race car ever wind tunnel tested.
Okay.
And this body is identical to the original pace car, so it's spot on. This car just plants on the ground.
Yeah, I believe it. Sweet. Okay, and then the seats I'm sure move. Oh, yeah, of course they do.
Motorized seats.
Okay, sweet. All right, cool. I think that'll be a good position. Sweet. All right. Oh, and you've even got...
Yes. Hey, let me show you one other thing, Topher.
That's
I
great.
brought it just in case you wanted to see it.
Oh, yes.
You gotta have this for the shows.
The die cat, or it's like an 18th scale.
Yeah, my friend over in Europe makes these.
Shall we go for a short drive and then
Yeah, sounds good, bro.
talk about what this thing's like on the road? Okay. So actually closing the door, you have a little loop up here that you can grab, right?
Yeah.
And
or
that's-
there's a handle
Okay.
you can grip.
But you just pull straight down.
Yep, just pull straight down.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sweet. And then since this is based on a Boxster, our key is on the left here, to the left of the steering wheel. Cool. And you've got a custom gauge cluster in here.
I went
looks
with the
like.
Autometer. I really felt it has 3 different options for the display.
Okay. I like this one. It's fitting, I think, for the car.
Yeah, it's got that kind of sport, supercar, futuristic vibe going.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So with this Boxster S, 3.2 liter flat 6 and a 6-speed manual is what we have in this particular iteration of the Wraith. And is this a stock Boxster shifter?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Gotcha. Cool. And you've got what's called
we do have a backup cam.
Yeah.
I have it where it stays on
Okay.
all the time.
That's smart because
It's like a race car cockpit.
right.
But these are Militoni baby turbo mirrors. And
Okay.
they're pretty accurate to the original pace car.
All right. Yeah, no, this is actually a really smart idea.
Yeah, and more cars nowadays are going with the digital mirrors.
I was just gonna say, you get in a lot of new cars and they have
Digital mirrors.
Digital mirrors,
Well,
and
the next Interceptor we build already have digital mirror systems.
okay,
So we're gonna have monitors built into the dash on either side of the steering wheel, where if you take it to the track, we're always looking forward.
okay. So this has a true dual exhaust, right? So you've got headers going off of either side of this
Half
flat
the
six.
engine, half the engine is running to the exhaust on one rocker
Exactly.
and then the other rocker.
Okay.
And that's accurate to the pace car.
Okay.
The movie car didn't have that. The Dodge M4S pace car had the dual exhaust on both sides.
Gotcha.
In the rocker.
Okay. So this makes a bit more of a unique sound, which I think is kind of cool because it kind of disguises the fact that it's a Porsche Flat 6. It makes more of a unique sound to this car.
Oh, and when you downshift in this, I love the sound of it. It's a beast.
Wow, it's throaty.
Yes, very throaty. Someone commented on my page at the museum, the Walter P. Chrysler Museum. They used to have a button you push to hear the original M4S sound.
Okay.
And they said my car right now sounds exactly like it.
Wow. Well, there you go. That's perfect.
This is my favorite part. Everywhere you go in this car, it's a total neck breaker.
Oh yeah.
If we were to just stop and park somewhere, people literally pull over and they're like, what is this? What is this? Sometimes I'll just sit back and watch. You know, just kind of go in somewhere and watch, and
That is a cool part about having a car like this. I know our buddy Sean from Couth and Mayer, he has a Nissan Figaro. I don't know if you're familiar with that car.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of the same sort of deal for him. I reviewed that last year while I was here, and we actually had somebody stop at a stoplight next to us and say, what kind of car is that? So I can imagine this gets even more.
Oh yeah.
I like the throaty burbles. That's great. And you know what? I was worried that it would be hard to see out the front and out the sides, and it's really not.
Oh yeah. I went with the original tint from the movie to make it look like a Phantom, like
Sure.
a Wraith, like with the black tint. But during the day, this ceramic tint, you can see perfectly out of it. Obviously, the next one, you know, is going to be more track focused.
Okay.
We'll probably just do a little eyebrow on the front.
Yeah.
But this car, yeah, you can see out of it just fine. And if you ever want to feel the air come in, you just pull these down. And there you go. you got the car filled. You got the air coming in, blowing in. And if it's super hot outside, just turn the AC on.
Yeah.
All the conveniences of a Porsche Boxster, but then you have a one-of-a-kind Wraith Interceptor. And I don't know if I mentioned before that out of the two movie cars that survived the movie and the one pace car, this is the only street-legal Wraith Interceptor on the planet.
Okay.
So we're driving.
It's the only one.
The only one. Just like the movie. It's
Just
the only
like the
one in
movie.
existence, bro.
That's
It's yours.
It's
The
yours,
instructions are in the glove box.
bro. That's right. Love it.
Actually, I haven't hit these roads out here yet, so
Okay.
we are letting the northern Peoria folks get a dose of the rain.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're showing it off to some new eyes.
Might have some people follow us. It happens.
Yeah, well,
Hey, we'll lose them.
yeah. We'll take off into the air.
Yeah, anybody, if you're listening, do not try to attempt to race the Wraith car.
That's right.
It's not a good outcome.
Never, not once. It's never a good outcome.
I love it. I can't. I
This is
just
cool.
don't get tired of it.
This is really cool. totally different experience, of course, than driving a Boxster because it's longer, so it feels a little different through the corners.
Oh yeah, and you know, somebody commented on that page like, oh, it's not going to turn good. That's just an '80s concept car. It's just a big boat.
Right.
Bro, keyboard warrior, keep it down. This car drives amazing.
It does.
When I brought it out to Coffenmeyer, I had a blast on the highway. It hits 100, no problem.
Yeah.
6-speed. I mean, I love the 6-speed. I have a Stealth. That's
Okay.
a 6-speed, which is kind of like the Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
1000 GT.
Yeah, the Dodge Stealth is a great car.
Oh yeah, I love my Stealth. I got a '96 RT twin turbo. But this car is so fun to just run through the gears. You know, I'm an '80s kid. I love a manual transmission. All my cars are manual transmission.
That's great.
But this Wraith, if somebody wants to order one, we can do a paddle shift. We can do an automatic. So
That's right. So you're gonna at some point be offering this kit.
it is available.
It is available right now.
This car here is for sale.
Okay.
The Wraith is on eBay right now. I have it for sale.
Okay.
That's the goal. I want to offer this to other huge fans of the car.
Right.
Someone truly appreciates the Wraith. You know, this is now a reality. A lot of people would love to own a Wraith Interceptor. There's a huge following. It's never been available until now.
Yeah.
How's
This is
she
great.
feel?
It feels great, man. I mean, it feels exactly like I was expecting. It feels like it should, and I feel like the Wraith in this car. I mean,
right.
it definitely communicates that whole vibe to you. Just being in here, low down, through this windshield. What you said is from a Ferrari, right?
This is a Ferrari Boxster 512
512 BBI.
BBI.
Okay.
This is an original Ferrari Boxster windshield. The back windshield I used is a Honda CRX.
Okay, that makes sense.
Readily available.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Alexa windows on the door are custom.
Custom, right.
When I made the molds for this car, I did make a mold for roll-down window options. Electric motorized windows.
Gotcha.
So if you don't want the pace car vibe, pocket windows, we do offer a roll-down window option.
Okay.
And when you do that, it actually makes the car look way more like the XJ.
Oh, the XJ220,
Yeah, it
right?
changes the shape of the window, and it looks really cool. I'm a purist. I wanted it to be perfect.
Oh, of course. So in a sense, I mean, you could basically spec one of these however you wanted, with the different windows, the different engine, and all the way even down to like what platform you want.
Yeah, for sure. It's nice building it on the Porsche because, like, just recently I changed the fuel pump in this car.
Yeah. Readily available parts.
All the parts are available, and costs.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
the cost is low.
Right.
A lot of supercars start buying I love it.
That's great.
It gets very expensive taking care of certain cars. So yeah, I mean this option makes it available to anyone that wants one, and if anything goes wrong, you can just go down to your local parts store, bam.
Yeah.
But the next one we're going to do on a custom tube racing chassis, and even all the parts on that one are going to be readily available as well. It's not going to be anything out of this world
Yeah.
expensive.
Well, cool, man. I appreciate you letting me go rip in the Wraith. It's been something I never I never thought that that I would drive this car. So this is really cool.
You actually, I've never let anyone else drive this car.
Seriously?
You're the only
Oh my goodness.
person I've ever allowed to drive this car. This is my baby.
Okay.
But I've watched a lot of your videos, Topher, and you're definitely an awesome enthusiast. You know what you're doing, so
Yeah, well,
I haven't been worried at all
Well,
this whole video. So.
I appreciate that.
Glad you came down, man.
Yeah. Yeah, this is great.
Hope everybody enjoys the video.
Yeah, definitely. I think this will definitely be.
I can't wait to watch it.
I know, same. Cool. Well, we'll go ahead and get pulled back where we were. We'll park, and then we'll show you the outside one last time, and that will be it.
Yeah, I want to show one other button.
Okay.
That I incorporated in the car. I put a light in the line that goes around the whole car.
Okay.
And it looks really cool at night. It gives it that, I kind of added that touch. It gives it that Tron.
Right.
That
Okay.
Tron vibe.
Yeah. Cool. We'll just pull up right where we were.
For sure. Next to the Ute.
Next to the Ute. That's
the
right.
Hemi Ute. Not
Right.
the Australian Ute. That's the American one.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. And now getting out, there's a handle here that you can use, and that'll pop the door.
And Topher, put your hand right here.
Okay.
Stick your left leg out and bend your head.
Okay.
And just push and bam.
And we're out. And we're out. Okay.
Here,
Cool.
I'm going to show you that. You hit this button right here.
Okay.
Here, I'm going to shut the doors.
Okay. You want me to shut this door too?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Oh, you'll get it? Okay. And there's your key back.
Sweet, bro.
Yep.
And in the sunlight, we might be able to see it.
Oh, yep. No, I see it right here.
It goes through the whole car.
Okay.
And one other little gizmo I added to the car to give it that crazy electrical engine feel. If you look closely at the license plate,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it has the Tesla coil
That's great.
plasma electricity running through the plate.
I love it.
So when everything's lit up at night, it's...
Yeah. Well, you can kind of see the taillights poking through here as well. Or, you know, the red coming through there. Looks sweet. All right, guys. Well, cool. Thank you all for watching, and thank you to Jay for allowing me to go for a rip in the Wraith. I mean, this was a great experience that not many people have had yet. But if you want to buy your own Wraith kit and have your own one built, we will link Jay's.
We are offering turnkey only.
Okay.
I don't want a bunch of kits in garages collecting dust.
Yeah.
Also, I want the design protected. I don't want somebody molding
Sure.
the design. A lot of hard work, energy, and money went into making this a reality.
Right.
And if anybody really wants something special, just like the car in the movie, the Wraith is available, and it can be built on multiple platforms.
Right. So we'll put all your links in the description if anyone wants to get in contact and have yourself a Wraith. But that'll wrap it up for us today. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.